Welcome to our Enactus case concerning AMA, presented to Jane, Vice President of Brand Management and Member Experience, AMA. Presented by the Genius Gods, Aisha, Lexi, and Amy. This is our executive summary. External analysis and industry trends. When looking at competing companies, we all see that they have a shared product of insurance. When it comes to Green Shield Canada, their product is in selling health insurance, whereas Intact Insurance and President's Choice Insurance both sell automobile insurance.
One of the biggest challenges that comes with the modernization of society is figuring out how to incorporate old techniques and businesses with the new technologies and mindset of the new generation. Current trends impacting the industry are the development of new technologies, the shifting demographics, climate change, and the global uncertainty surrounding life in the pandemic. The necessity for insurance coverage shifts as the previous generation ages and youth take over the majority. The changes in mindset, habits, and usage of the newly developed technology changes the needs for certain insurance coverages.
SWOT analysis. The current strengths of the company include their reach with the older generation. Many people in Alberta use AMA. Being a large company, AMA is trustworthy and their customers are guaranteed what they paid for. They are also quite versatile in the services they offer. This allows for customers to choose what suits their needs. Some things the company could improve upon would be increasing their appeal to a younger audience, changing the way some things are run because some of it is a little old school. Threats that AMA is facing include their competitors, and another big thing that may be an obstacle to AMA is the increase in awareness of our environment. As people begin to care more about the harm that they are causing to the environment, they are moving away from certain things, and AMA needs to make sure that they keep up. Because AMA has such a wide range in what they offer and their reach along with a loyal customer base, they have the opportunity to expand by using those resources. The problem. How can AMA increase awareness of the multitude of services they offer and attract a younger audience who will remain loyal?
Our solution involves the development and implementation of youth workshops and classes with the purpose of educating and encouraging the youth to understand the importance of insurance from a young age. This is in hope that better understanding leads to an increased percentage of youth who choose to invest in good insurance. Rewards are given as incentives to encourage attendance. The ideal outcome from this workshop project would be an increased awareness in youth about the importance of good insurance, which would result in a higher youth customer base and increased renewals. The second part of our solution involves implementing discounted memberships for groups of youth and parent-youth partner memberships. This would encourage youth to invest in memberships with their friends and give parents an opportunity to introduce their children to insurance. Parents will be able to add their child onto their existing insurance plan as an adult with a discounted price for up to 5 years. This will introduce youth to the many services AMA provides from a younger age. The group discount allows for students to receive a discounted price when signing up with friends. Each individual will receive 5 to 8% off depending on group size.
The alternatives. When considering our solutions to the problem that AMA is facing, there were many alternatives that seemed nice but just didn't work out in the end. The first alternative is hosting booths to increase awareness. These would be the booths that you often see with Canadian Blood Services. These would be the booths that individuals would run. They'd interact with people around them, and they would get people to sign up on the spot. The second alternative was internships. These internships would be run by the company, AMA, partnering up with university students in order to give workshops to younger adults. The third alternative would be the status quo.
Decision criteria. The factors we considered when choosing our solution were whether it would meet the previous standards that AMA already has, if it is an innovative solution, as that will give AMA an edge with its competitors, the appeal to youth, because that is where AMA would like to focus right now, and another thing that was considered was whether the solution will be cost effective or not. If they manage to attract a younger audience but start losing money, then that takes away from the solution. Hosting booths is cost effective and it would meet AMA's previous standard, but the appeal to youth is low and it is not very innovative. Having internships would appeal to youth as it would give them an opportunity to expand their resume. The amount of money required to implement such a program, however, would be quite a bit, as the university students would need to get paid. Keeping status quo meets the standards, as nothing is being changed and it is cost effective, but it would not do anything to increase the appeal to youth. Our solution meets all the criteria. It is up to AMA's previous standard because they have the ability to decide the content covered in the workshops. The group discounts part is innovative as none of their competitors offer any such thing. There's an appeal to youth with the incentives and discounts that are offered if they participate in these new programs. The solution is also cost effective as it will increase AMA's current customer base. Implementation. So firstly, the workshop will be developed and the staff will be trained in how to run it. Then there will be a trial from which feedback will be used to improve the program so that it may be more effective when it is made available to everyone. Before releasing the workshop to the public, any last changes will be made, and then the company will continue to adapt as they learn what is the most effective.
The timeline for the implementation of our solutions will occur over the span of 12 months. It will follow the program rollout stated before. The goal is to have the program up and running within a year from the initial start date.
The bottom line. The main things our solution targets is the increase of renewals, the expansion of the younger customer base, as well as an increase in the awareness of the many services AMA has to offer. Risks and mitigations. So, some risks the company may run into when implementing these new things include losing money, a low turnout to workshops, and losing integrity. These risks can be mitigated by performing trials of the workshop and using feedback to improve, investing in eye-catching social media advertisements that will draw in customers, and by making sure to maintain quality.
Throughout this entire process, there will be key performance indicators. The indicators would include the increased renewal of current customers, the increased addition of new customers, and the increased engagement with the new programs. An increase of a percentage in the new customers and the renewals of the current customers would indicate that our solutions are working. An increased number of people engaging with the programs would also indicate that our programs and our solutions are working. Our executive summary. So the problem we had discovered with AMA was the lack of awareness with their multitude of services and their lack of a younger, loyal audience. So our solution was to create a workshop to introduce young adults to firstly AMA services, and their newfound adulthood as they transition. Our other solution was to also introduce discount programs for youth and for families in the form of referrals and rewards. The outcome of our solution is that by referring, AMA will expand their customer base. Loyalty will be higher because when people are referred, they're more likely to stay with a program. Workshops will showcase the many services that AMA has, and the youth-specific programs and rewards will continue to entice the youth. We'd like to thank you for coming to our presentation. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming. This was presented by the Genius Gods.